friends. I am so glad to be with you today on our first day of VBC, Live Like a Champ. We are so happy that you are with us. My name is Jennifer Lane, and I serve as the Director of Children and Youth Ministries at Mount Pleasant First United Methodist Church. And I will be sharing our Bible stories with you each day. And then if you'd like, you can join me later on Zoom and we'll talk more about the stories and we'll do some fun activities that will help us understand the stories even a little bit better. So today we're going to start at the very beginning of the Bible. Now, our Bible, all of these Bibles right here, look, I have lots of Bibles. Maybe you don't have that many at home, and that's okay. I work in a church, so I have access to a lot of Bibles. But all of these Bibles have these same parts. Even this first Bible for babies have these parts to it. And so there's the Old Testament and the New Testament. Now, the Old Testament is in the Bible first, and that's all the stories that came before Jesus walked on the earth. And then the New Testament is all the stories after Jesus was born. So we have the Old Testament and the New Testament. And today our story comes from the Old Testament. It happens to be the very first story in the Bible that's there at all. So it must be super important. And it is the story of how God created us and everything else in this world. And I want you to listen as we read for what God thinks about that. God uses one word over and over again, and it's super important. And so as I read, I want you to listen to how God feels about all that God is creating. So if we were to look at any of these Bibles, we do that to answer questions, big questions when we have them. And because we want to know, it's a big question to know how all of this came to be. Everything, you, me, the sky, the water, everything that we can imagine that God created. That's a big question. And it tells us in the Bible. And the Bible is just really God's big story of how he made us, how he loves us, and how he wants to be in relationship with us. He wants to be our friend. Isn't that so fabulous? And today I am going to read to you from my very, very favorite Bible. You can see that I have loved this book a lot. It's tattered. It has lots of tabs in it. I even save important things from different churches that touched me. And I even write in my Bible at times. Let me see if I can find an area. I know I have a lot written in some of the books, but see, I underline. I sometimes draw pictures. This one's got lots of notes in it. And so this is a Bible that is mine, and I can do that with. If I was to borrow this Bible, I couldn't do that. So these Bibles, you'll notice, are much more pristine and taken care of. But this one I just love, and I read from it all the time. And so it's very beloved to me. And so I'm reading from Genesis. Again, that's the very first book of the Bible at the very beginning. And I'm reading Genesis 1 through 31. Remember to listen for what God says, okay? What does God say when he creates things? So it says, in the beginning, when God created heavens and the earth was a formless void, and darkness covered the face of the deep, while the wind from God swept over the face of the waters. Then God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And God saw that light and said it was good. Then God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day and the darkness night. And there was evening and there was morning on the first day. And God said, it is good. What does God say? And God said, let there be a dome in the midst of the water, and let it separate the waters from the waters. So God made a dome that separated the waters that were under the dome and waters that were above the dome. And God called the dome the sky. So you know how we have the sky and it rains. That's the waters above. That's how he separated the waters from the waters. And down low is the waters like rivers and oceans and all those kinds of bodies of water. And what did God say? God said it was good. And so God then gathered together in one place, let the dry land appear. And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the waters that were gathered together he called seas. God saw that, and it was good. Then God said, let the earth put forth plants, yielding seeds and fruit trees of every kind on earth that bear fruit with seed in it. And so it was. The earth brought forth vegetables and fruits and trees of every kind, bearing fruits and flowers. And God saw it and said, it is good. And then there was evening, and then there was morning, the third day. And God said, let there be lights on the dome of the sky to separate the day from night, and let them be for signs of the season, for days and years, and let them be lights of the dome in the sky to give light upon the earth. These are the stars. God made the stars. God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day and the lesser light to rule the night. This is the sun and the moon. Isn't that amazing? And guess what God says? God said it was good. And God said, let the waters bring forth swarms of living creatures, like birds fly above the earth and across the dome of the sky. So God created great sea monsters of every living creature that moves, of every kind with which the waters swim, and every winged bird of every kind. And God saw it was good. And God blessed them, saying, be fruitful and multiply. Fill the waters and the seas. Let the birds multiply on earth. And let the evening and the morning on the fifth day. And God said, let the earth bring forth living creatures of every kind, cows and little creepy things, and wild animals of the earth of every kind. And it was so. God made the wild animals of earth of every kind, and the cows of every kind, and everything that creeps across the ground of every kind. And God saw it and said, you know what he said. He said, it is good. Then God said, let's make humankind in our image, according to our likeness. Let them have power over all the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, over all the animals of the earth, and every creeping little thing that creeps along the earth. So God created man and woman in his image. In the image of God, he created them. Man and woman, he created them. God blessed them, and God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth, and have power over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and every living thing that moves on earth. And God saw them, and what did God say? You are right. God said, it is good. You were born to be a champion. You were born to live in God's love and live in this amazing earth that God made for us. And I want you to remember that every day. You are a champion, and you don't have to do one thing to become a champion because you were born a champion. I love you all. I cannot wait to see you later today on the Zoom calls. If you did not get those links and you would like them, please email me. I will post my email address down below, and you can email me and I will get you those Zoom links. We are so glad that you're joining us this week. I hope you found your playbook. It has all sorts of fun activities, and each day is color-coded. So today's activities are all in orange, and this one says Born to be a Champion. So have fun with those. Have fun with all the activities, and if we are going to see you in person later today, I am so excited to greet you and to spend some time with you. Be well, friends. I look forward to seeing you very soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.